scorcher out there today. It's the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Baltimore Orioles. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll here. And towing the slab in this one, Zach Eflin.
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be because guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same-side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count, and to opposite guys be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
So now here's the DH, Kyle Manzardo. Runner on the go. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. Kwan aboard here at first with nobody out. Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 1 away. Here's Jose Ramirez. Inside, and that's ball 1. Ramirez, multi-time All-Star, 32 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Late swing, foul to the left. Man at first, 1 away. Runner on the move. Swing and a miss. Throw to second, and he's out.
Well, I think that was a hit and run right there. When you look at how far that pitch was out of the zone and the hitter still trying to put wood on it, put it in play, that tells you that they had something going. But unfortunately, it was a good job of execution by the pitcher and the catcher to get that out of the zone and then throw out the runner at second base. Really nice job behind the dish.
That's outside.
That's
2 balls, 2 strikes. Up the middle, and he can't come up with it. Still fires to first, and save. Couldn't recover from the misplay.
Well, that grounder up the middle made it a little more challenging than a routine ball right at him, but it's definitely a play you expect to make as a middle infielder, and I'm sure he wants that one back, but for now, he's just got to get ready for the next one, make a play.
2 outs, runner at first. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. And a foul ball. Here comes a pitch. Foul ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Foul ball, still 0-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
This one in the air. Westberg. And that is that. Guardians lead 1. And now the O's will get their first crack at it. No score. You're dialed into the show. Back here in Baltimore, And on the hill today, Tanner Bybee.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
And now, Gunnar Henderson. This one in the air, center field. Thomas gets under it. Hauls it in for the out. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Here's Adley Rutschman.
All right, Boog. So I was scrolling through social media the other day, and a video of Adley popped up. It was a clip of him playing college football for Oregon State. How athletic is this guy? He tackled Stanford great Christian McCaffrey. Seriously, what can't Rutschman do on the field?
No ball, one out, base is empty. Next pitch is outside. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike three.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one opts against the fence. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. As soon as that one shot off his barrel, he was thinking extra bases. Really nice job of getting the bat out front, but not hooking around it or rolling over it. Just kept the swing on plane and smoked that thing into the gap.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-0. On the ground to the left. Foul and foul ball.
Well, here's a chance right here for one of the better hitters on this roster to get him on the board in the first. Thanks to the three-hole hitter extending the inning. Good at bat with 2 outs.
That's a ball. That's inside. And strike two.
Well, he's realizing out there on the mound that he's got to settle in pretty quickly or else he's going to get hit hard in this first inning.
That one just misses the outside corner. And the count's full. Tyler O'Neill in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 3-2 now. Got him looking. That's out number 3. Nothing for the Orioles in the first. On to the second from Baltimore. No score. Back now at Oriole Park. Here comes Lane Thomas. Eflin back to work. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. And that skips in the dirt. Next offering is fouled back. And a 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him looking for the strikeout. Fastball at the letters, froze him for strike 3. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Angel Martinez. That missed inside. And that is ball 1. One down, base is empty. Pitch is in there, and the count even 1-1. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
No, ball.
Just missed. No score here in the second. Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 2. That one missing inside.
Full count.
To the right side, O'Hearn. He takes it on his own. 2 up, 2 down. Will Brennan digs in for the Guardians. That's in there. That's strike 1. 2 outs, base is empty. And it's fouled away. Next one misses, and that's ball 1. And that's in the dirt.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
That one is absolutely belted. And it hits the fence. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And he'll make it safely. That's a double.
He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Bo Naylor at the plate now. First pitch misses. This one ripped, but foul to the right.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
Ball.
Squirts away a little bit. Two. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Henderson over to first in time, and that will end the inning. One left for the Guardians. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's Tyler O'Neill. Fouled off left side. Back to the mound. He's got it. Tosses to first, and O'Neill is retired. Colton Cowser will hit next. And that one a little below the knees. Ball 1. And that one upstairs.
2-0.
Fastball for a strike at 95. That's to third. And that's a fair ball.
He smashed that ball the other way and kept it fair down the third baseline. Did an excellent job of just throwing the barrel at the ball, even though he was a little late on it.
One down. Cedric Mullins getting ready to hit. And that drops in for a strike. Throw to first. Cowser back on a dive. That one fouled off. And ball one.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Got him swinging. That K is his third of the game. So 2 down now, and here is Jordan Westburg. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
2 outs. Runner takes off. Ball misses. Throw to second. Out at second. That ends the inning.
Well, trying to get into scoring position, but a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
And we're back. Top half of the third inning. And now it's going to be Brian Rocchio.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Big time GM right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Cut on and miss. Curveball struck him out. So the Guardians lineup turns over. Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That clips the zone. That's strike 1. Top of the third, no score. That one misses in the dirt. Inside, almost got him. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Manzardo stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Ball to strike. The pitch. That one pushed to the left and foul. That one not close. And it's 2-2. There's a swing and a drive. Raging back towards the wall. And that one hops the wall. And that's a 2-out double.
Everything came together for him. Put a really beautiful swing on that pitch right there. Just didn't quite have the combination of launch angle and exit velocity to drive it over the wall. But when you can beat a center fielder like that, you know you hit it well.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. He's 0 for 1.
That's a ball. That's
in
down.
the dirt, but kept close. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. On to O'Hearn, and Ramirez is set down. That's the third out. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Back here in Baltimore, now the third baseman, Jordan Westburg.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Naylor makes the catch, and there's one gone. And stepping in is the speedy Jackson Holliday. Missed inside with the curve. And a swing and a miss there.
1-1.
Shortened the bunt and missed it. And it's 1-2. And misses inside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
A changeup missing, and now it's 3-2.
Count is full.
Ground ball to the right side. He'll do it himself, and that quickly 2 away. So the lineup flips over. Gunnar Henderson now at the plate. Fly to center his first time. And a strike in there. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Hit in the air, right field. Brennan coming on. Makes the catch, inning over. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 innings complete. We're tied, 0-0. Back now at Oriole Park. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Carlos Santana. And that one fouled off.
You know, these Guardians, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And he's got a leadoff double in the 4th.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Really stayed inside that baseball to send it to the opposite field. With the shift onto the pull side, that's an easy knock if you'll take it. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
Go-ahead run on base. Now at the plate, Lane Thomas. Struck out looking at his first at-bat. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
Headed towards the corner, and it stays fair. Santana around third. He'll score easily. Runner in scoring position, no outs. And now, Angel Martinez. And Cleveland on top 1-0. First offering, and it just misses. Cleveland up a run, looking for more. This to center field. Mullins on his horse. Grabs it on the run. And there's one down.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
So in now for Cleveland, Will Brennan. Doubled in his first AB. Ball one, no strikes. One out and a runner at second. Top half of inning number 4. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. The throw in. Safe. In comes the run from second. And they lead by 2.
Picks himself up an RBI. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
One gone, runner at first. Here's the catcher, Bo Naylor. He's 0 for 1. Runner on the go. Strike in there. Safe at second with a stolen base. A little bit low. 1-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Outside low. It's 2-2. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Rutschman hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Here's Brian Rocchio. His first at bat was a strikeout. And there's a curve through for a strike.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Called strike 3 on the fastball, and that ran back over the inner half. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Guardians 2 and the Orioles nothing. Ready to go, bottom 4. And here is Adley Rutschman. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. In the air, left field. Kwan settles underneath it. Puts it away for the out. 1 away. Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. Doubled his first time up. O'Hearn, 31 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2014. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Fastball right back to the mound. Slings to first. Got him. Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit for the Orioles. Struck out looking his first time. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one missed.
You want to be patient here. Try to work a walk if you can. You've got a big power bat behind you in the on-deck circle, and with 2 outs, 1 swing could put you right back in this ball game.
Good job to fight that one off. 1-2 now. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 2 down, nobody on. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. And that'll fall for a base hit.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
O'Neill in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Mountcastle, the runner at first with 2 gone. Next offering misses, and the count now 2-0.
2-0.
Lined, and that's a base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. That ball was drilled 106 off the bat, and that's the kind of feedback that tells you you're right where you want to be with your swing mechanics.
First and second, 2 outs. And into the box for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. Not close with that one. Ball 1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
1-1.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. Just off the outside part of the plate.
That's a really good take.
First and second, 2 down. Got him looking. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Orioles strand a couple. They trail it here 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready now for the 5th inning. Stepping up for the Guardians, Stephen Kwan. Eflin back to work. And a curve misses outside. Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
Now a chance for Kyle Manzardo.
Ball outside.
1-0. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. Next pitch is downstairs. Movement in the bullpen. Yennier Cano up and throwing. Soto also getting ready. Pitch misses outside. 3-0.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Base hit center field. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
That swing is all about confidence. Sitting pretty with a 3-0 count and using it to your advantage instead of wasting what turned out to be a good opportunity. A great job of hitting, and the result is a single. Good stuff.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Zach Eflin departs, and it wasn't his best start, but he kept them in it to this point, and will come back with a new arm. Yennier Cano gets the call from the pen.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
So up next, Jose Ramirez. 0 for 2 in this one. Called strike, a sinker at the bottom of the zone.
You know, these Guardians putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. The numbers help tell the story. I mean, they've been sitting fastball, and it's paying off in a big way. So far with 6 hits against that pitch alone.
And a foul ball.
And that's a great way for a lineup to dominate a game, because if a pitcher can't rely on his fastball to get outs, I mean, that puts a lot of pressure on the rest of his pitches to be effective.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 away here in the 5th.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Santana at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Two on, 1 out. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Over to second for 1. And that's 2. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Guardians 2 and the Orioles nothing. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. In there at the knees for a strike.
You know, these Orioles just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just 1 extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
That misses the zone. Yeah, the count 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Misses.
Nope, ball.
And the count is even 2-2.
2-2.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Here's the third baseman, Jordan Westburg. 0 for 1, popped out foul to the catcher his first time up. In there, and it's 0-1.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Holiday in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. And 1-1. Way high. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
The Guardians leading by 2, last half of inning number 5. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Gunnar Henderson hoping for a chance he would represent the tying run.
Yeah, Boog, plenty of power in that bat. They'd love to give him a shot here.
Swung on, popped up left side. Ramirez makes the play, and the inning is over. Orioles held in check there, and they're down 2-0. Top of the 6th inning. Here's Lane Thomas. This to third. On to O'Hearn. 1 up, 1 down. And up next for Cleveland, Angel Martinez. Smoked on the ground a second. On to O'Hearn. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. Two down, bases empty. Now it's the right fielder, Will Brennan. That one off the mark, and that's ball 1. And another ball. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
So hard to touch. At the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. It looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
We got a full count.
2 outs. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And that one hit to first. O'Hearn steps on the bag. Guardians go down in order. So they make short work of them there. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Guardians 2 and the Orioles nothing. Back here in Baltimore, bottom of the 6th inning. Now it's the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. There's the strike. Next offering is fouled back. And a foul ball, he stays alive. That missed by a lot. Now 1-2. Chases that one out of the zone. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. So next to hit for Baltimore, Adley Rutschman. He was late there, strike 1.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you've got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
And now the first baseman, Ryan O'Hearn. That one finds the corner, and that's strike 1.
No balls, 1 strike.
Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. 0-2 now as he swings through it.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Struck him out looking. And he strikes out the side here in the 6th.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
A new pitcher in the game, Gregory Soto.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Here's the catcher to hit, Bo Naylor. And Naylor swings through that one.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Sneaks through, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Brian Rocchio digs in for the Guardians.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Down and in, moved his feet. Naylor on at first, nobody out. That one finds the zone. Now he's in a 1-2 hole. Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Sir Anthony Dominguez. The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening. Perez, the power lefty, up as well. That one 2-2. Way inside. Down the line, it's a base hit. Throw back in quickly First and second now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
First and second, no outs. Steven Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0.
1-0.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Boom. That's cheddar, baby.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And they're happy to play station to station right here. Bases loaded, nobody out.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. Now the bases loaded, big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Next to hit, Kyle Manzardo. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Bases loaded, nobody out. That's down and in.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
And that one hit 97 on the gun.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Bases juiced, no outs. Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the wall. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Now here is Jose Ramirez. 0 for 3 in this one.
This is a big spot for a big-time player. Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
And that one fouled off.
Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to get outs, 1 hitter at a time.
Comes up empty.
No balls, 2 strikes.
On the ground to first. Could be 2. Fires home for 1. Onto O'Hearn. 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Carlos Santana. So with second and third occupied, they go for the intentional walk. Base is now loaded, and there's a force at every base. There's Lane Thomas now. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. That's a strike.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Bases loaded, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
0-2.
The next offering misses. Going to count 1 and 2.
1-2.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand. Probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch. So got to stay ready for it.
And that just misses.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
And that one missing inside, a sharp slider.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Lined into left center. Should be extra bases. One runs in. A second scores as well. Runner around third. He's safe. And they clear the bases.
Man, that's a huge 3 RBI double in a spot where they really needed it. Double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. He just beat him to the spot. Kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Gregory Soto out of the game, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Coming on for the Orioles, Cionel Perez. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Angel Martinez, the next to hit. On a line out towards center. Pulls up, and that's in there for a knock. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's an RBI single, and they're pulling away up by 7 now. Will Brennan digs in for the Guardians. That misses the zone. Ball 1. This to third, and it stays fair. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians. 1 for 3. In there at the knees. It's 0-1. Martinez over at second. Brennan at first. 2 out of the inning. Next offering in there for a strike. 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
And that's downstairs. 1-2 the count. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around and 5 score. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Guardians 7 and the Orioles nothing. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
All right, Singy, let's rewind for a second. When you heard that they were going to put a pitch clock into the game, what was your first thought?
That's a ball.
Well, I thought that these guys were going to have a very difficult time to be able to regroup after each pitch and be ready to execute some type of plan at the plate, and even for pitchers on the mound.
And the 1-0. Swing and a foul out of play. Way out front for strike 2. One of the things, though, that we've seen that is kind of a thread really in every sport. These are the elite players, and so they adjust, and they've done a great job adjusting.
Absolutely, and just you tip your cap to these guys because not an easy adjustment, but they look like they've been doing it their entire lives.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Now the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill, 1 for 2. That clips a corner.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
1 down, base is empty. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, he becomes I'm in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. The Guardians up big in this one here at the bottom of the 7th. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. A shot to the opposite field, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 7-1.
Well, there goes the shutout. Just like that. They're still behind, but this is a start. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Tanner Bybee is done, and he was very good. They'll be happy with that, no doubt. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a minute. So Cleveland brings on a new reliever, Tim Herron.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
And next for the Orioles, Cedric Mullins. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Here's the 0-1. On the ground to first. Oh, nice play. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out.
First, it looks like making the stop is the hardest part, but feeding to the pitcher on the move, I think even tougher. Great job of hitting that moving target. They're going to be fired up in the dugout.
Ready to begin the 8th. So in now for Cleveland, Brian Rocchio. Perez back to work. And first offering is fouled off. And a swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
And now Stephen Kwan. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Now it's the Guardians DH, Kyle Manzardo. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball.
Ball, that's high.
That one misses.
2-1.
And that's ball 2.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
First and second, no outs. And we're in the top of the 8th. On the ground to third. And it gets by him. Headed for the plate. Still manages a throw. It's off the mark, and he scores. It's 8-1. Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. There's a strike. Late swing fouled off.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
The 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Carlos Santana.
No, that's down.
In the
Ball.
dirt.
No, that missed. That's a ball. 2-0.
Kwan on second. Manzardo over at first with one away. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Late on that fastball.
Well, the hitter shows
2
the
balls, 2
pitcher
strikes.
that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it, still try to get that ground ball double play.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. One out. Runners at first and second.
Full count.
Rips that one to right. And a base hit. Coming home. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And it's an 8-run lead.
Just one of those at-bats you almost hate to see come to an end. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Thomas
0-1.
now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Fastball in for a strike, and the count is 0-2.
Not sure exactly what he was thinking there. Good sinker ball pitcher goes with the fastball in a double play situation when he needs something on the ground.
Swing and a ball popped in the air, and
That ball's
just foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's such a critical pitch in terms of execution right there. The pitcher has to finish it. Otherwise, probably gets hit pretty hard. If you leave that out over the plate or you don't get it down enough, quickly turns into something that gets smoked. But if you can place it where he did, it's a really deceptive pitch.
Sir Anthony Dominguez is checked into the game.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
So first and second with 2 outs. Angel Martinez digs in for the Guardians.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Check swing, but he went too
0-1.
far. Strike one. High fly ball out to left field. O'Neill has a beat on it, and that's the third out. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a couple left on. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Guardians 9 and the Orioles 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the third baseman, Jordan Westberg. And that's in there at the knees. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Eric Sabrowski, a rookie left-hander, appears to be getting going. Sewald, a right-hander, loosening up as well. There's a strike. Got him looking for the K. That was pretty nasty.
Well, you could tell he wasn't expecting that ball to break back in on him. He may have been looking for something away, maybe something soft, but that slider on the inside corner absolutely froze it.
So digging in, Jackson Holliday. And that skips in the dirt. Next offering is fouled back. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Gunnar Henderson. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
The shortstop takes the ball. That one misses, and that's ball 3.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Full count.
That one to first. Santana. The flip to the pitcher covering, and the Orioles set down in order. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. They trail it big. It's 9-1. Back now at Oriole Park. All set to start the 9th in this one. And now the right fielder, Will Brennan. Fastball for a strike. Activity in the bullpen for Baltimore. Colin Selby, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Missed with a changeup, and the count is 1-1. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Kowser brings it in. 1 up, 1 down. And now the catcher comes up to him, Bo Naylor. And Chris, his big strength is defense, but it is interesting. In today's world of baseball, compared to when you played, a good defensive catcher is considered differently.
Whatever you get offensively is a bonus, but he's got to put the fingers down. He's got to present pitches to the umpire. They're going to help his pitcher get more strikes.
1-1.
I think the other component is putting down the finger that the pitcher wants to throw and being on the same page. And that's something that this guy does really well. Gets in sync with his pitchers. Next pitch misses, and it's 2-2.
Boog, his preparation is off the charts. I was down in the clubhouse today trying to find him just to pick his brain a little bit. He's so buried in that video room, it's hard to get a chance to talk to him.
Crushed to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. He'll circle the bases, and they add a run. It's 10-1.
That fastball was out of the zone, and he still drove it out. Those swings leave pitchers scratching their heads.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Base is empty, one away. Brian Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. And that's off the outside edge. Ball one. And a base hit right there. Man at first, Stephen Kwan will hit next. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians. Foul ball there. Next offering is in for a strike. Rocchio at second. Kwan at first. One gone. A changeup missing. Now 1-2. Swing and a miss. 98 miles per hour on the gun.
I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Ramirez in the box now. No balls and a strike. And it's even up.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Next one is off the play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one ripped. Gone into the flag cord. Jose Ramirez bops one out. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add on. It's 13-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth.
Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? But a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. powers that fastball out of here.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Sir Anthony Dominguez done for the day. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Andrew Kittredge taking over on the mound. He's into the game with the bases empty. Carlos Santana digs in for the Guardians. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Ripped to right. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. We head now to the bottom of the 9th. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. All set for the bottom of the 9th. Now the number 2 hitter, Adley Rutschman. And the first offering is not close. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
And there's a ball. Way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Full count.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. Brennan ranging back on the warning track and hauls it in.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold onto it after contact.
Swing and a ball popped up. Ramirez makes the catch. Out number 2. Orioles down to their final out. Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit for the Orioles. And a base hit up the middle. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. And into the box for Baltimore, Tyler O'Neill. Late on that fastball.
0-1.
Mountcastle off of first with 2 away. He swings and fouls one off. Herron is just 1 strike away.
Ball.
And now 1-2.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
And that
Nope.
is a good
Ball.
eye on a pitch down low. And the count's even at 2. The Orioles with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of inning number 9. Good eye right
Nope.
there.
Ball.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to
Count
stay
is full.
focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
Got him, and that's the ball game.
Clearly the bats came to play today, and the pitching and defense as well. We saw some outstanding plays, great performances all the way around. Just 1 run allowed. They never gave the other side a chance.
13-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.